Hey, Kim. Yeah, I can see your mouth moving, but not your sound.
I'm on now.
Oh, there you
I was
go.
muted.
You're on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're on. Good. So we're all up and running.
Yep.
I was nervous to press the button to start because I was worried we were going to take over the presentation. It was going to replace theirs, but no, it's good.
Well, perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, good to meet you finally. That's the first time I've ever spoken to you face to face.
Yeah. Face to face virtual.
Yeah.
Ah,
So we've woken up to a very typical Swedish weather today in the UK. Work with covered in snow.
Yeah.
It's not very usual for us these days.
The same here.
Yeah. I imagine you get quite a bit more snow than us.
No, not anymore.
Oh, do you not?
No.
Oh,
The last
really?
3 years we haven't had any snow. Those days
wow.
are over. Yeah.
Oh.
Used to have.
Yeah. I suppose it's a generalisation that when I think of Sweden, I think of snow and huge alpine trees and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, not anymore.
I think Sweden they have more snow if you go farther north, but
Right, okay.
southern Sweden is the same as Denmark. I don't think they get that much snow anymore.
You don't get much. No.
Mm.
We have the
Do we
ability
know how
to
many will join the meeting?
I saw that the latest number was 33.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But I don't know if it was a webinar that we'd done, for example. If 33 registered, you'd expect probably 15 to turn up. I don't know what that's like on an event. I guess that'd be higher. So
yeah.
I hope for 25 would be good. Out of 33 or more. But I saw we can create polls in this chat as well. I might create a poll. I don't know if you've got any ideas of what to ask, but I might ask how many people are using Citrix or Citrix Cloud, things like that. Who's using thin clients, zero clients, etc. We shall see.
Yeah.
But I don't want to take the distract away from your presentation.
No, just go ahead and create the polls. Try asking if people was to choose new endpoint, if they will go with thin clients or Windows.
Yeah. Oh, we've got some people in here already. Good. We may be live in real life, Kim. I don't know.
Yeah, we are live.
Actually be... Oh, there you go.
We are broadcasting now, so I'll just wait to. That was James.
James, yeah.
Just start at 11.
There you go. Two minutes away.
Yep.
So I'll mute myself whilst you talk. If you need me, let me know, and I'll unmute myself. And
yeah, I'll just pop your chat.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, it's 11 o'clock and we will start this breakout session. My name is Kim Rex and I'm from Hedenstad Kommune, located in Jutland, Denmark. I don't know how good you are at your geographic skills, but no matter. I'm going to talk about how we choose new endpoints after we journey to the cloud, to Microsoft Azure and with Citrix. Feel free to ask a question during the session. I have Tom from Tensig who can help me answer the questions, and we'll carry on from here. About us, we are a local government. We have around 50,000 citizens, and we have 5,000 employees in the commune. 2,500 of them is IT users. We don't have schools. We have around 100 locations, and we've been running Citrix since 2000. So it's been quite a journey with the Citrix. Just short things about the journey to the cloud. At the moment, we have the control layer in the cloud, and we just finished the Asia landing zone. And in the next few months, we'll move everything to the cloud. That's not the most important now. I bought some workspace suite license, and I have noticed at the time that I bought them that we only had 2 years on premise, and then had to move the last year to the cloud. So suddenly we got a very busy time moving the control layer to the cloud, but that's an easy journey. So we are in the cloud now with the control layer. Also, we bought new Microsoft Office license, and I think that's important when you're choosing your endpoint. We have the A1, the E3, and the F1. And the important thing here is the F1, where you have Outlook online, you have Word online, and so on. And we use that for people that are taking care of the elders in Hedenstad Kommune. And since they only have access to Word online and so on, we thought, is it important for those users to log into Citrix? After analyzing the way that they work, we found out that they just go in, check some mails, maybe read a Word document. It's not very often that they write anything or something like that. So we thought we should not have a full license for Citrix for them anymore. They are quite expensive, the license. So instead of that, we put that into our mind when we start looking for endpoints. And there was one important thing as well, choosing the endpoints. That is, were we going to choose Windows endpoints or thin clients terminals? And of course, we went with the terminals, as you probably can figure out. And that has something to do with the next slide. What we were looking for at endpoints was an easy and good management. We needed to be sure that we have the full workspace app. I think most vendor have now, but I don't know if you remember the clients back in the day where they put some customized receiver on, so you didn't have all the functions and so on. And we needed a quick release of the workspace app, and that has to do with that the situation that the world is in with the COVID-19 and so on. Teams kind of exploded in our organizations, and as you know, there's coming a lot of new for teams in the new versions of workspace apps. So it's very important that we get the new workspace apps very fast. And I can say with the Tensig, I think last week I got the new 2101 workspace app for Linux, and I think I got it 4 or 5 days after it was released. It's and we're testing on it right now, so that's very important. Something that always is important is the support from the vendor. And here we have with Tensig, we have a very good support line in. They're fast to get a solution, and if we ask for something new or ask for some improvement, if they are very good at listening to customer and make it when it makes sense. As I told earlier, the license that we got from Office resulted in that we didn't use Citrix a Citrix license for F1 user. And I can say we have about 2,500 users, and about 500 of them are F1 users. So we choose the Tensig with the NOS for Citrix and with the Peak OS for the F1 users. The advantage is that we can manage them from the same console, and we can also swap the OS on the terminals if we go up on F1 or go down on them. So we can add more Peak OS or more NOS OS to the terminals. So we have a very, what do you call it? We have a very easy way of changing, going up and down on the different kind of OS. And with the Peak OS, we have just we have the Citrix on it, and then we have published the Office Word Online and Outlook Online that runs in Google Chrome, and gives a very good performance on it there. So that's very nice to have that. And when we started testing with the Peak OS, one of the important things, and what is important for us, is that they listen to the customer. And since they're out in elder homes, and we have 24/7 workers there, and they're all coming to the terminals and logging on, logging off, we had that they remembered the users in the Chrome, and we said that to Tensig. Listen, we have to make sure that the browser doesn't catch anything. And it took, I think, a week later, we got a new version where that was fixed for the thin clients. Also earlier we had something about password reset where we wanted to put in, since we've been using the password reset from Microsoft MFA. We wanted to put that URL into the terminal so we could use that. And I think we got it 10 days later. And in the URL, you can put on Danish language and so on. That's very important for us because some of our users are not that strong. So it's very important we have somebody that listens to our need and are willing to make the changes fast. So we choose the thin clients, and I think we have around 800 plus terminals now. We have Tensig 6048 QC and the 5948 QC, which is a bit older. And we are running Teams for meetings, and we are also using Skype for Business for as a telephone systems and chat system, and Teams for meetings. And it is running very good, and Teams optimization is working good on the clients, and with the preview of Teams with the 2x2 gallery is working fine. We have in our Citrix environment, we of course have we have the NVIDIA graphic card, but we are having a very good experience on the terminals. So that's some of the important things for us. Is the one that you see listed up here. Good management which we have in the Tensig management, and we can manage both the peak OS and the NOS from the same console. That the full workspace app is coming out. It's not customized. That we get a quick release of the new workspace apps. That's especially important due to the teams that we are using and the improvements that are coming all the time from Citrix. We have a very good support from vendor, seen from our point of view. They'll listen to us and then make the changes if it makes sense.
Kevin, you said you use the Tensig Manager. What kind of things do you do with the Tensig Manager to manage the endpoints?
Well, that is actually quite easy. I put them into some, if you compare it to Active Directory, some organization units. I put on what firmware version I want and how I want them to configure it. And that's about it. It's so easy to use. And then I put up the thin clients, and we can send them when they come from Tensig. We can send them out, and the users can just put them up by themselves, and they get a hold on the Tensig Manager and put the right firmware version on, and they put the right template on. So it's very easy. And a lot of users in these COVID-19 times have taken the thin clients with them home, and they still got the good performance from home, from the terminal. So it's one of the easy management tools that I have ever seen. It's just like you don't need any lessons or something, and
it's free.
And it's free. Yeah. That's another good thing. So the management system, as you can see in small, is so easy to use.
So when you send the devices out to the remote locations, who's doing who's setting up the devices? Is it IT staff, or is it everyday workers that are setting them up?
It's everyday workers who set them up, and if they can't get a hold on it, the local service worker that is on it. We have a service worker on each location who has nothing to do with IT, but I don't know if it's called service worker in English, but the guy that takes care of changing a light bulb or making sure that everything looks good. Yeah, everything is working. Yeah, then he changed it, and then on the location to save transport and not to send an IT workers out, we just have an extra terminal standing at the service worker. So if something finally happens, the users can change themselves. They just move one cable at the time from the old one to the new one, and then that's working. And then they put it in, and the service worker send it with internal post into the IT department. And usually we just re-image it or fix it or make it again, and then we can put it out again on the location, so we don't have to send a worker out to the location. It's self-driven.
Yeah.
So that's one of the big benefits, and that's also something you have to take care of when you manage endpoint, that it needs to be easy.
Yeah, and I guess that we use our Tensig NOS operating system, so that's our Citrix Zero Client operating system. Does that make the experience very easy from the end user's point of view in terms of logging in and
they just turn it on and they're ready to log on. I think I can't remember if it takes a single reboot after putting the templates on, but it's very easy to use, and a great benefit that the customer end user can take the terminal with them home in the COVID-19 that we have now. I just spoke with the people that make food to us every day. Normally they make food for 500, and I think it was 27 that were making food for today. So we are not many people at jobs at the moment. So we have a lot of terminals at home, and we can still upgrade them with new firmware at home and so on. So that's good. Yeah.
Good. And then the experience has been good then from the users when they've taken them home, and have they found it a seamless experience as well?
Yeah, they just take them on home, power them on, and they're back running. So it's been very, very easy to get them home. We haven't. It's such a few calls we have about it, and normally it's something about the user's own network at home. So yes. Always is. So that's the thing. And if we make changes to the template, the way that the terminal are configured, we just put on the terminal template and we put a auto reboot into the client, so they auto reboot every night. We also have a boot of our Citrix system every night, so we put that in at the same times because the server is not available at, I think it's 20 minutes every night where they're booting. And at the same time we boot the thin clients, and that's to make sure that they get the right template on, because we see that often they are just leaved on the terminals and users are just turning off their screen. But anyway, they're not using any power. So
is that through the Tenzing Manager?
Yeah,
you do.
Yes. Yeah. So we have a scheduled reboot every night for them to make sure they are updated. It's not like we're changing the template the whole time, but there can be small adjustment. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Just waiting to see if we have any questions coming. I know that we are, I think it's 30 seconds behind from when we speak to when the people see has come through. So we'll just see if we have any questions come up. How long have you been using Tenzing now?
I've been using him for, I guess, I started with the repurpose OS on Dell Weiss terminals, and we have just changed the last of the old Weiss terminals, and I think we had them running for 8 years. So that's,
wow.
Oh yeah, and we have that experience with it. We have had thin clients all the way along, and we have that experience that they live for around 6 to 8 years. But of course now here, it's been good to get new, more powerful terminal with all the offload technology that we have. So that's my experience, that thin clients live for around 6 years.
Yeah. I guess that's far longer than your PCs or laptops last.
Yeah, definitely it is. I think we have around 2 or 3 years there.
Yeah.
And also much more management. So yeah.
Good. Very good. So I'm just still waiting to see if we get any questions come through. I'll let you know.
Go ahead and ask some questions. Or if you have anything for the endpoints or using, and I would say it doesn't make any difference from the endpoint view if you're running in the cloud or if you're running on premise. They're still working as good.
Yeah, good. But a good response to our watch giveaway while you've been doing your presentation as well, Kim, which is good.
Good. So I'm not going to win it.
We can talk offline if you'd like a watch.
Could you try to show draw a pool to see how many is using 10 clients as endpoints.
That's what. Yeah.
Very good to see.
There you go. And it lets me do two answers.
But also say one important thing that I've noticed with terminals is with all the offloading and so on, you need some terminals that has some CPU power. For most users today, since video has become so used and so on.
So yeah, so what I guess that some of the users are running very basic things at the remote sites, but have you got any users that are using them for more than that? You mentioned Teams, which Kevin is going to cover later, but
yeah, we have, of course, for the technical department, they're using AutoCAD and all kind of different 3Ds program. They're using some calculations program. I think we are running Citrix right now on server 2006 as a published desktop, and I think we have around 200 and I don't know 43 applications installed in the image, because we have such so many different users, from nurses to technical department to schools to everything. So we have a lot of applications installed in our Go image. So it's really being used for a lot of things. So we had
a question. We had a question come in that might be one I'll probably take offline with Miguel. Miguel asked, can we set up zero-touch deployment of new devices? That is possible with the Tenzig management console, and I'll contact you full in the chat to talk about that. But that's 100% possible.
Yeah, that's what we are doing now when we send them out. Yeah. So it's very easy. Yeah.
I think coming to the end of the session, aren't we? We've got 2 minutes left, I think.
I think it's no.
If I was to put you on the spot for the last 1 minute, Kim, what would be the main reasons you would give to recommend Tenzig to other companies?
Yeah,
I know, because on the spot there.
I would say, but for me, there's 3 major things. That is the management, which is so easy, as you can see, that we kind of just deliver them and the users can put them up by themselves out of the box. So the management is very important. Then there is also the release of the workspace app, that it comes very fast. And as I said, what is today, the 9th of February, and I think the last Linux version was released in the end of January. So it's 11 days since Citrix released it, and I already got it for testing.
Yeah.
That's also very important, because we're using Teams as we are, and there's coming a lot of improvements to Teams in almost every release. And then, of course, the support. Yeah.
Good. Very good. I think Kent just told me that the session's about to come to an end now. So I really appreciate that, Kim.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody in the Swedish Citrix user group for listening in.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out the 30-second delay, whether we've we've finished now. So I see Miguel's written to us to say that he had a customer call. So I'll follow up with his question after. But yeah, thanks again.
Okay.
And enjoy the rest of the show.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, Kim.